Okay, hi everyone. It's been a minute, since I've done a video. But today we are going to cover Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. I picked this up on a whim. Well, because I did like his book Legion. I still am trying to find an actual book. I want a copy of his book Legion. Haven't found it yet. But so I picked up this one. I was talking to a woman in Barnes and Noble, and she was saying that her family had started this as a reading project. And so I asked her, I go, well, is it good so far? She's like, yes. So she highly recommended it, so I picked it up. And I was surprised. It was actually a very cute story. I liked it. I liked the world building. I liked the characters. As you know, Tress, she lives on a planet called Lumar, and washes windows, does dishes, and things like that. And her favorite hobby is collecting cups. So when sailors would sail the seas and stuff, they would bring her back cups. She didn't care if they were broken, scratched, or perfect. She loved them all. But she went over to the Duke's house one day to do some work, and then she ran into the gardener, right? And she was having a great time talking to Charlie, and you can tell they were kind of, flirting with each other and everything. And Charlie would bring her cups too. Well, um, one day, Charlie was supposed to go out and he didn't come back. Now, by this point, Tress was in love with Charlie, and she knew he was really the Duke's son, right? He thought he was pulling one over on her. And so when he didn't come back, Tress made it her goal because they were trying to make it sound like he either. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I read it. A while as in probably 3 weeks, 3 4 weeks, and I've read a lot of books since then. But either his father or somebody, they sent him off and on some mission, and he didn't come back. So Tress made it her goal to go find him and to basically sail the seas as a stowaway on a boat ship probably. Anyway, she wanted to find him and rescue Charlie, and so she's you know going out there and hiding and traveling, and they're sailing through these seas of aether spores, and these spores are really bad because if they get on your skin and they get wet, they can you know kill you and stuff. But anyway, it's a really fun story. It's great to follow her along on her adventure and what she does to find Charlie. And of course, I was so into it. I didn't even tab. There was a couple of places, but I forgot to tab, except for this last one. I thought this was so cute. Um, let's see. I'm trying to remember who it was that was speaking. I can't remember if it was Charlie or if it was Tress who said this quote, but I really liked this quote. Oh, okay, it must have been Tress. I can see. But it says, with a few tips, he wasn't so boring after all. Secretly, I'll tell you that you aren't either. Anyone who tells you, oh, this is from the perspective of the narrator, talking to everybody. Okay, that's why I love this little quote. Let me start all over. With a few tips, he found out he wasn't so boring after all. Secretly, I'll tell you that you aren't either. Anyone who tells you otherwise is trying to lower your value. Don't trust them. They know they can't afford you otherwise. I loved that quote. I mean, it's so apropos and it's so good, especially for young children. If they're probably pre-teens or early teens are going to be picking this book up. That I really hope when they get to that part of the book, they take that to heart. And no matter what, if your likes are different from everybody else, if you collect different things, because for Tress it was cups and she loved cups, and Charlie, he just felt like he just was never quite good enough. And, and they found each other. And even though it was a love that truly shouldn't have been, you have a duke and his son and just some lowly worker, right? But what they go through to prove to each other that they're worth everything, it's just super cute. So I highly recommend it. Pick it up, read it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And this again is Tress of the Emerald Sea.